Okay, I done got rigged up for indirect, and see what we can do with this baby here. I might not be able to do anything with it. I'm just a percussion guy. I don't like indirect. I wish I'd learned it a long time ago. It's the best method of making super thin points. I know that. And I do know I have probably 50 broken points from Texas off of my friend's ranch. And they're every kind you can imagine. Broken tops and bottoms and all. When I study them, if you take a piece of Pertinalis and you use indirect, I promise you it's the same pattern. You can't hardly get any closer. When you look at those points those Indians done and the points he done, it's just amazing how close everything is. And they made some super thin stuff too. I'm just putting the continuous platform here. I need to take this part off right here. There wasn't no platform. Try to come across there. Almost all the way across. There we go. There we go. Yeah, y'all can see that. Look how pretty that is. Now, I've had one of them sandstones, real small, that side of the credit card. I could sand these platforms in here. Just take that sandstone and twist it and go back and forth and chip these edges off. I wouldn't have to be using that pressure flaker like I'm using it. That one didn't sound good, nor did it look good. That one sounded a lot better. It looked a lot better. Yeah. About to dig myself in a hole where I'm getting some hinges in it. Hopefully I can get them out from this side. If I do, we're going to start on the other side. Turn it over. The other. I need a big one right here. I need a good one. I didn't get doodling squat. Go down here. I don't understand why it didn't work. Might have been too grainy. About there. The grainiest part is on this side here I'm working on. It's got the most color. The grainiest part had more of these orange stripes in it. All right, let's see what we can do. I'm gonna start right up here on the tip. Look at that. Pretty good. It's pretty thin. I make thinner points. Percussion I have indirect a lot of the time. But like I say, I never use indirect that much. The indirect you've seen me use is what you've seen on YouTube. When I'm not on YouTube, I hardly ever do it. I just don't care for it. Now, my friend Kobe, me and him both kind of come up with a little deal. He's going to bring it next time he comes up. He has a stick, a limb. The guy that does flint knapping tips has it. And the limb goes out that way, and you put it up against a wall or a bucket or something. And you put it up on this leg where your pad is, and you hit it like that. The deer antler, or copper, or whatever you're using on the end of it. And I told him, he was at my house, and he went and cut him the limb. I got all kind of privy heads and young oak trees and all kind of trees come up around here. And he went and cut him a limb. And when he come in, I moved. I had a long piece of PCV pipe right there. And he's talking about it was springy. He wanted it to be springy. I said, why don't you use a piece of PCV pipe? And I said, they make bow and arrows out of it. He said, I ain't never thought about that. So when he goes home, he gets him a piece of PCV pipe and puts this in it, and he heats it and forces that in there right up to there. It's a long piece of pipe. And he said he's never had nothing worse so good in his life. Well, he don't do videos or anything, but he's coming back next week, and he said, man, I can't wait to show you how good that works. He said, you talking about working. Now, he has antlers on the end of his stick. He bores holes in the antlers. He don't use copper. Cuts a piece of antler tine. I know you know what I'm talking about. Bores a hole in it. And so when he uses this, he's got antler instead of copper in it, a little round piece of antler tine in there. I think I'm going to end up getting a hinge right here. Probably shouldn't have never hit there. And I didn't, but I got this side. I couldn't say if I did. The reason why I did it, because I hadn't done this side yet. And I could have come across and wiped it out. Probably. About 70% odds I could have. Maybe 80%. Didn't know how far it went before it hinged. I've really been changing, the doctor's been changing medicine up. I got 3 different doctors working on me, and I'm taking medicine from all of them, and some of the medicine I ought not be taking with other medicine, and we experiment, and I'm starting to get my strength back, and I think we're getting somewhere. I know I'm getting a lot more strength back in my legs. I shook hands with a friend of mine I hadn't seen in a long time yesterday. And he comes we had a special music at the church last night, and he goes to another church, and he came and sat down in front of me, and I shook his hand, and he really started squeezing mine hard, because I used to always squeeze his hand real hard. He said, "Dang, man," he said, "you ain't putting out." He said, "What's wrong?" I said, "I'm doing all I can do." He looked at me and he said, "Man, you used to hurt me so bad." I said, "Boy, I got that rheumatoid arthritis and I lost muscles so fast it wasn't even funny." I said, "I could run a 2-inch pressure plate. I could have a slab 2 inches wide and run a flake all the way across it." And I said, when it hit me, I couldn't run a flake that far. And I didn't know what was wrong. I thought I was losing my mind on technique or something. I said, maybe I've gone crazy and I'm forgetting how to do this stuff. And I said, found I was going to the doctors, and then we finally found out what was going on. And I said, but it's taken a long time to figure out what I need to be on and what I don't need to be on. And my heart medicine worked with this, and my kidney medicine worked with this. And if you change your transmission fluid, you can't use Havoline. And if your carburetor's not working right, I got to use a certain filter on it. And I guess I'd call that my CPAP machine. I told somebody everything's going out but my motor. So my transmission, my universal joint, but my motor's still going. So I guess I'm all right as long as my motor's going. I've had a blessed 74 years. Woo-wee. I can't complain at all. I had times where I wanted to shoot myself, but it all turned out in the end. Turned out great. I'd be doggone. Hymns that song. Man, I was going so good down through there. I mean, it looked like a fat baby eating candy. It was going so smooth through there. Had a little chocolate on my nose and my base and my tip. Little candy wrapper on the side of my notch in there. And then I had to get a hinge in it. If I don't get it out, I'm not, it's just a thin. I might get it out percussion. Gonna hinge from this side. Trying to run it all the way across. I think I'm scared of it and I'm not hitting it hard enough. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. I need a good one right here, ladies and gentlemen. I mean a real good one. Look at that. I don't know. Probably gonna break it because I'm not familiar with I'm not familiar with how to thin it on the base with indirect. I want to do it with percussion or I'll ever break it. But this is the way you learn. I could take that dude right there and do it, and I know I wouldn't break it. In fact, that might be what I'm gonna do, because I need to run it all the way down to there. Never tried it running this that far with this. Woo! Look at what me did. Boy, me did that good. Look at that. Whoop. How did me do that? I don't even remember, don't want to know. Okay, this is good enough for pressure flaking. Let's see what we got on it. It's gonna make a pretty dot. Come back probably tomorrow or later on. I got to make 5 knives, and I made them, but pressure flake hurts up under my armpit, and it aggravates the shingles I have, and they can kind of quit burning. They never quit burning, but it's not so bad that I can forget about it. When I go to pressure flaking, they flare up big time. I mean, it's hurting. It's burning big time. Then y'all need anything, if y'all know of anything, I might could put on shingles where the nerve's been damaged. Because it's going on almost a year, and I forget what they call it, but it says they damaged my nerve under my armpit. And they burn all the time, sort of like a sunburn. Sometimes it's like a bad sunburn, sometimes it's like just a medium sunburn, but it never quits. And so anyway, I'm gonna come back and pressure flake this real good. And I gotta make knives for that guy, and I'll show you some I made here. Let me see if I can grab a couple of them. I don't want to drop them and break them. But I could run a flake all the way across there before I got the arthritis. And I didn't only run it like there. But I had to do a bunch of those, get good around the convexity, and I got where in the last couple of weeks I'd run them all the way across. Hadn't been able to do that, so I am getting my strength back, and the medicine they experimenting is working, so I'm excited. I really am. I'm starting to get excited. I'm gonna gamble one more time, run me a flute down here. I want a good flute on that Dalton if I make a Dalton. So let's see what's gonna happen. I know I'll be doing this pressure flaking, thinning this thing by pressure flaking, but when you do it with percussion, it kind of spoils you. You don't take as much energy. That did pretty good. I'm gonna stop with that one. Got a pretty sharp tip right here. I think if you heard me right, about 8 blows back, or 8 strikes, or whatever, about 30 little pressure flaking back, I said I ought to quit, because I can pressure flake it now. And I keep hitting on it, because I said I'm going to break it if I hit on it. I need to quit. I'm still hitting on it. So when it breaks, I'm not going to do nothing but throw it as hard as I can across his shop. I'm going to get up. And I'm not going to do nothing. Look at that. So now we got one to put up there the pressure plate. Hallelujah. Y'all have a blessed day.